Wait. This isn't the Crooked Man. Is it? Ray said he could become other people. Is this what he meant?
Mm-hmm.
You stretch your hand out. Perhaps the touch will confirm if it's the real one or not. But you're interrupted.
No one can imitate that screw-up of a creature.
And who are you? Hey, all you cool creatures. I'm Cryptid. Welcome to the CryptidPlays YouTube channel. And today we are playing Shishi-odoshi, which is an installment of the folklore series. Once more, we are playing The Crooked Man's Apprentice, and this takes place right after Only When You Sleep and Pursuers of Mythic Truth. And what this one is about is that we are on our way to see the Bamboo Witch. But first, we must pass her trials. This has 4 endings, it is fully voiced, and there's not really any content warnings. There's some mild screen shaking, and some somewhat harsh language, but overall it's pretty mild. So without further ado, let us see if we can talk to the Bamboo Witch.
The sound of the Shishi-odoshi clicks and clacks in a rhythmic fashion as the rain falls. Many would consider it soothing, but on this night, it makes you uneasy.
I hope the journey wasn't too uncomfortable. My magic isn't as tame as that of witches and wizards.
Oh no, sir, it was fine. We're in one piece. What do you want to say? I doubt this has anything to do with the endings, so let's get all of the flavor text. I feel sick.
My deepest apologies. I suppose you are used to non-magical modes of transport. I shan't do it again if it can be avoided. But time is short, and the Bamboo Witch is not a patient woman. We have come at the last minute. She will dislike the imposition, regardless of what she says.
Alright, let's go back and get the other choices. It was cool.
As in, enjoyable. Ah, I see.
That little blush.
Although that wasn't the response I expected, truth be told. But time is short, and the Bamboo Witch is not a patient woman.
Alright, last one, but I'm going to stick with that, choice in general because his response was so cute. Do you travel like that all the time?
I much prefer non-magical transport. My mother told me it was deeply arrogant to appear and reappear in such a way. We dragons have a history of arrogance. I do what I can to avoid fulfilling the stereotype.
Aww.
But time is short, and the Bamboo Witch is not a patient woman. We have come at the last minute. She will dislike the imposition, regardless of what she says.
You know, that's fair.
On that note, I'll provide you with some advice. The Bamboo Witch and her company are not transparent with their feelings.
To be expected.
They are polite at the expense of sincerity. Their opinion of you will be difficult to read. Behave appropriately, else it will reflect badly on your mentor. We mythics do not behave as humans do. But if you mind your manners, all will be well.
Human. That is generous of him. You were human once. Then the darkness started growing inside you. It was caused by a visit to a cursed realm called the Never Place.
So am I really no longer human?
You suspect that without intervention you will become a doomed one. Less than human. The name alone sends shivers down your spine.
Yeah.
You no longer doubt that your mentor, the Crooked Man, has a connection to the Neverplace. But how is still unclear.
Now, since I've played most of the Folklore series, I think there's one game I haven't played. I personally know that he is the Chaos Prince, so his connection actually runs pretty deep. But as the apprentice, I guess we don't really know that, so...
Flashes of something sinister linger in your dreams. An echo of someone called the Chaos Prince. The Silver Prince of the mythic people, a dragon called Peter Smith, is currently acting as your guide. He has escorted you to Japan to meet the Bamboo Witch, a woman who can purify you, and perhaps help you unravel the mysteries of the Crooked Man.
Thank you for keeping to time.
Ooh, how pretty.
Megumi-san, what an honor it is to see you again.
Forgive me for asking, but how would you like me to refer to you? Young apprentice?
I think... we'll go with Moth for now, because that's how I've been referring to myself, just in general, for both myself and my little self-inserts in these sorts of games. We'll go with Moth for now, but you can refer to me as the apprentice as either Cryptid or Moth, same as otherwise.
A beautiful name. If I may introduce myself, I am Megumi. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Pleasure's all mine.
It is good to see you too, Smith-san. Although, I wonder if I may have caused offense that we are speaking so formally with one another.
Peter blushes.
Oh, is someone... No, we'll see. But I wonder if he's infatuated with her.
Oh no, it's just... we're meeting in a work capacity right now. I do not mix business and personal affairs.
Megumi smiles knowingly and nods, but Peter looks embarrassed. Could it be? Are the pair involved? His bashful behavior suggests that much.
Oh, that's so cute. Good for you, Peter. Megumi is very pretty.
Megumi-san, let me explain the current situation with the Crooked Man's apprentice a little better. The apprentice has found themselves in a spot of bother due to John Faust, and they are in need of Chisato-san's purification expertise.
It seems the apprentice might have something to say to me. Please, don't be shy.
Oh boy. What springs to mind when you see this woman? Should we be kind of impolite at first? You're not human.
Peter winces and utters to you.
That was a masterclass in how not to behave. Exercise a little more decorum.
Sorry.
Despite your blunder, Megumi is unaffected and replies,
Well, remember, she might not be unaffected, but she's definitely hiding her true feelings.
Our guest is so perceptive. Although, as the Crooked Man's apprentice, I expect no less.
If she was offended, it is impossible to tell. You will need to be careful, just as Peter said.
I'm wondering if these will lead us to endings, or if the endings are going to be specific choices. I'll leave this for now, see if it affects anything.
I am a mythic, specifically the kind that doesn't reveal its true nature casually. Why, it would be boastful given my status.
You feel a wave of magical power come towards you. It's not aggressive, merely demonstrative. Peter forces an amicable smile, suffering with second-hand embarrassment.
I think John's apprentice will be more careful with their words in the future.
Sorry, Peter, not likely. I am a Let's Player, so I may not be all that careful, depending. I will be careful when I go back and get the other choices, though.
If you are comfortable, we shall proceed.
Despite the inference of a question, Megumi moves with purpose. There is no room for debate. She stops and comments.
Chisato-sama will certainly appreciate your company. I'm sure of it.
You know, I'm not so sure about that, depending on the choices I make.
However, Smith-san, I am afraid you must proceed straight to the tea house without us. Light refreshments have been prepared. I hope they satisfy you whilst you wait. I know you are adverse to it, but please go instantaneously.
Peter's face becomes the picture of concern. Leaving you with Megumi alone appears to be an unexpected turn of events.
It's okay, Peter. Either I'll survive or I won't.
Oh, I cannot accompany you both? What a shame.
Chisato-sama, or rather, the Bamboo Witch, has made it quite clear that I must ascertain the quality of the apprentice's character independently and in isolation of external factors. I understand you have never visited the tea house before, Smith-san, but this is the same process for all unfamiliar visitors. Well, out of an abundance of caution, of course.
Ah, I see. Be very careful.
I'm sorry, sir, I'm going to disappoint you. I have to get all the endings.
Megumi indirectly tells Peter to leave by nodding at him. The Silver Prince disappears. Before he leaves, he smiles to reassure you, but it comes off as strained.
We shall meet you there, Smith-san. I am looking forward to spending time with you very soon. Now, we will walk through the bamboo grove to meet Chisato-sama. No need to worry, it isn't far.
Now that the pair of you are left alone, Megumi says something that makes you uneasy.
Shishi-odoshi are designed to frighten deer and other creatures away. Chisato-sama's is very special and wards off all sorts of supernatural threats. But you know how mythics can be. Some can slip through the cracks. So, my recommendation is that you stay on the path.
It's hard to know what's the most worrying element of this situation. Megumi, the fog, the bamboo grove, or the impending dread of the Bamboo Witch. In a moment of panic, you declare,
Well, I guess we'll just keep doing the first choice first. Megumi-san, do you think I'm hostile?
Oh, I'm sorry. I've given you cause to misunderstand me. I accuse you of nothing. Please think of it as friendly advice.
Sure. Ooh. Okay, I guess I'm gonna change what I'm doing at the moment. Do you trust her? No.
You can't bring yourself to trust Megumi. There's something about this whole scenario that scares you. You decide to try and flee. Megumi makes no attempt to chase you. Perhaps this was easier than you thought it might be.
Oh no, we just completely failed the test.
But quickly you realize something is wrong. Your ears begin to ring. The sound of the Shishi-odoshi thunderclaps in your head and sends you to the ground. You shiver as you feel your eyes blacken, your teeth sharpen. Megumi's right in front of you, but how? You left her far behind. She observes the scene clinically and sighs without any concern. Her polite veneer remains unchanged as you struggle to breathe.
Such a pity. We did not make it in time. But do not worry. I was prepared for this regrettable outcome. I am not too dissimilar to a Shishi-odoshi myself. Though, deer are not my quarry.
Something grasps at your hair and pulls you backwards. You cannot see your guide, but she smiles at you with a dark glint in her eye. This is her doing somehow. Who is touching you? Your hands grasp at every part of you. You can't move at all. You see nothing, you hear nothing. Ghostly hands cover everything.
I love that the narrator is becoming muffled as we get covered with the hands. That is so cool. And one spider. Okay, so now we'll continue to be, rude, but we will trust her so we can, progress. Do you trust her? Yes.
I understand this is an alarming circumstance, but thank you for trusting me.
You walk in silence for a few minutes and come upon a clearing and notice a small shrine with a demonic mask in the center of it. The mask emits a strange mythical energy that feels unusual. Megumi makes a noise of mild amusement.
It seems mythic tricksters are making themselves busy. I advise we continue swiftly.
If we flee again, I assume we get the same ending, but let me check real quick.
You can't bring yourself to trust Megumi. There's something about this whole scenario that scares you.
Yep, and one spider again. Let us examine the mask.
Despite Megumi's advice, you approach the mask. This isn't like anything you studied with the Crooked Man. It's like the mask is calling out to you. The mythical energy surrounding the mask intensifies as you approach it. An icy cold wind passes you by. The coldness reminds you of Peter. Is this a warning?
Everything here is a warning. Also, I want to say the backgrounds in this are gorgeous.
Even if it is, you're curious.
Alright, I know returning to Megumi will progress the story. Fleeing will give us ending 1 again. Let's put the mask on.
You feel a jolt. The mask seals into place. It will not come off. The mask is a part of you now.
Hmm.
Then you hear a voice whisper,
Welcome to the life of a familiar, Oni-san. Chisato-sama and I will take care of you from now on.
And 3. Oni. That's interesting that that's and 3. We are going to return to Megumi.
The mask loses its dark energy once you turn away. With a sigh of relief, you return to Megumi. You suspect she'll be annoyed with you, but, if anything, she's pleasantly surprised.
Or so we think.
Oh, forgive me. I did not expect to see you again. That mask can be quite troublesome. I'm impressed by your resilience.
Megumi closes her eyes for just a moment and summons the mask to her side. You're surprised she is able to do something like that so effortlessly.
Take it. I think it will prove useful to you soon. What is that phrase? Fortune favors the bold? Think of this as a token of your boldness.
You have acquired the cursed mask. Proceed.
You return to the path, but sense that Megumi is amused by your sense of adventure. A few more minutes pass in silence, but then you are confronted with a mystical but foreboding waterfall. This should be a beauty spot, but in the darkness of the night, the overpowering sound of the gushing water leads you to believe that secrets lurk in this place.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
Megumi appears a little uneasy.
As beautiful as it is, I would not recommend a detour in this location.
You see a pair of eyes through the fog. Then you hear a voice.
Please, help me. I've been trapped by that mean spider lady. Don't mention that you can hear me. She'll hurt me.
It sounds like a small boy. Would Megumi really do something that sinister? You want to find out without arousing suspicion.
Is someone in there?
Megumi ponders on your question for an uncomfortable amount of time. This makes you suspicious.
Someone there? I think that's unlikely. No living creatures should be in that place.
Megumi is unnerved that the waterfall is even there. Which is odd, given that waterfalls don't move from place to place. She notes your staring, and then makes a point of showing off the landmark as if she is some kind of tour guide.
Waterfalls are associated with spiritual power in Japan. I am sure you are curious, given your apprenticeship. But this particular waterfall is not an ideal place to admire the scenery.
Au contraire, Megumi-san. We're gonna keep looking.
Besides, Chisato-sama and Smith-san are waiting for us. We should return to them quickly.
She hasn't given anything away, but you sense she is being selective with the truth. You consider your next steps carefully.
Go to the waterfall.
Her voice sounded like it belongs to a young child. They need your help. Surely that's more important than the trip to the tea house.
Save for the fact that she mentioned that there are beings out here that are dangerous, perhaps.
You decide to brave the fog and approach the waterfall. You immediately feel your eyes get heavy and fall unconscious. You wake up bewildered. Where are you? Have you been here before?
Thank you so much for coming. I didn't know how else to get through to you. My name is Rei Takahashi, and I am your bridge to the Never Place.
Oh! Well, now that doesn't seem good, necessarily.
Your bridge? To the Never Place. This boy must be the owner of the voice you heard at the waterfall. He is wearing what you suspect are old-fashioned clothes. What kind of mythic is he?
Hey, did you know that the right hand misses you? Not Vikram Lakshmi. No, the new one. Suraj Lakshmi King. He is so eager to see you again.
To be fair, I miss him too, but...
Your heart skips a beat. Suraj? Is the right hand of Pandemonium now?
that did happen really fast, didn't it?
You're beginning to realize that this boy isn't so innocent. You wish Megumi could come and help you, but you can't see her or the bamboo path anywhere. Fear rises inside you. You are alone.
So I was thinking, wouldn't it be fun if you surprised Suraj and came home with me? I think he'd love that.
You could see Suraj. But what if he's changed? The Never Place does dark things to people, you know that. Suddenly, Ray parts his lips.
I know you miss him.
Well, yes, but I would much prefer getting him out of there than going to see him.
I know that you feel responsible for what happened to him.
There's no point in denying it. It's written all over your face. Who is this boy? How does he know so much?
Don't worry, he's so happy now. You being there would make him completely satisfied. I just know it. Come on, let's go.
Rei Takahashi is deceptive by nature. You know that. But he's pulling you in. His gaze is burning through your will. Do you want to ask him something?
Ray is waiting for you to say something. No questions. I want to go to the Never Place. I'll come back and get the questions. But I assume this will be another ending.
Ray is overjoyed as his grin becomes unsettlingly wide.
Come on, it's not far away. We can break the threshold easily near the spider's waterfall. Don't worry, she won't hurt you as long as I'm here.
But will you hurt me?
She?
Megumi. She's a Jorogumo. Don't be fooled by that smiley knife and her deceptions. She's the Shishi-odoshi of the Bamboo Witch. Let's get back to Oculus Sinister and Suraj. They've been missing you. And who knows? Maybe the Chaos Prince will join us once you show him there's nothing to be scared of.
Can you get to the Never Place from here? Ray smiles. His eyes narrow, as if he knows what you're thinking.
Oh, don't worry. There is something special that I can do. But only when you sleep.
Feel like that might be a callback to the visual novel Only When You Sleep.
You take his hand and say goodbye to the life you once knew.
And 2 Spirited Away. Alright, now to ask questions. What about Hokon? I did say his name wrong before, but I'm going to try to say it properly. Anyways.
Hokan?
An unexpected sneer spreads on the boy's face as he responds.
Oh, that bird-brained Valravn. Suraj has forgotten all about his life with him.
No, You little liar. Or maybe he has, but we'll bring him back.
The Never Place takes away the memories that hurt us, you know?
You can't imagine Siraj forgetting Hakum. Their bond seemed too strong for that.
Why not try it? Let's have fun in the Never Place. We can purge the bad memories you have together.
Bad memories? You have no shortage of those. But the Never Place caused most of them.
I'm not coming with you.
Conviction takes you. Siraj sacrificed himself for you. Your mentor has told you not to go to the Never Place. You're sure this is a trap. You blurt out your protest. Suddenly the boy's demeanor changes. He looks unnerving.
Oh, you're tricky, aren't you? Oh, I get why the Sovereign is interested in you now. You're strong for a mundane one.
His right eye begins to glow ominously. You've seen this before. It's the same as when you met Oculus Sinister.
I haven't introduced myself properly. I'm sorry about that. I am known as Chaosu no Migume. I'm the right eye of Pandemonium.
A small boy like him can be part of Pandemonium? Your frown causes him to sneer.
Pandemonium doesn't discriminate. You shouldn't judge on appearances.
It is kind of shitty that Pandemonium stole away a child, though.
If you didn't know, the parts of Pandemonium all have different talents. Let me tell you about mine. I can bend reality around me in the Never Place. Pretty impressive, huh?
Yeah.
I can also enter dreams. That's thanks to the Dream Eater's little visit to the Never Place.
Speaking of which, what happened to him?
His powers were really interesting, so I had him teach me. What was his name? Oh, Akimitsu, that's it. I tricked him into thinking I was his dead little brother, so he was super nice to me.
That's messed up.
What a weakling. Letting his guard down for his family. People like him are too easy to trick. They're asking for it. Don't you think?
He starts to look different. Wait. This isn't the Crooked Man. Is it? Ray said he could become other people. Is this what he meant?
Mm-hmm.
You stretch your hand out. Perhaps the touch will confirm if it's the real one or not. But you're interrupted.
No one can imitate that screw-up of a creature.
And who are you?
With a click of the man's fingers, the illusion is shattered. Ray is himself again and looks stunned.
That's never happened before.
An angry mythic appears in front of you. He has a look of Peter Smith, but his features are harsher. He scowls at you as his wing flares. He is immensely irritated.
And who are you exactly?
If you don't know, you're not as smart as you think you are. Look, I'm fed up, and you're really winding me up, you little brat. So tell the Sovereign to back off. If they want Crooked, their aim is a little off. This is the apprentice.
Who do you think you are? Giving me orders?
Go, and don't come back.
I'm fading away? I'll be back! Count on it!
Oh, I count on it.
You're not sure if this new character is any less threatening than Ray. If he can make pandemonic agents disappear, he must be powerful. The Mythic still scowls.
He's very handsome. I like his style.
Acidic little tyke, wasn't he?
Little bit.
You really don't know what to say, but you attempt to.
What will you say to the intimidating Mythic? Please don't hurt me.
Hurt you? You must be joking. I get roasted for doing that.
Roasted? By who?
Yeah, good question.
You're a danger magnet, aren't you? Not surprised that Crooked would want you as an apprentice. He's more than a few screws loose himself. I'm Jonathan Lane, and unfortunately for me, I'm one of Crooked's familiars. We don't exactly get along.
Interesting.
Stop flirting with the Never Place. Crooked's going to have a heart attack if you keep this up.
The conversation is quite stiff and awkward. You say the first thing that comes to mind.
Let me get the other choices on the last selection first. Nice to meet you.
Ugh, unlikely.
He replies with no grace in his tone. He called Ray acidic, but this Mythic is even worse.
You're a danger magnet, aren't you? Not surprised that Crooked would want you as an apprentice.
Are you a friend or a foe?
I'm the third option, neither and tired of this bloody farce.
There.
You don't know how to take that comment, but it's clear he isn't here to cause you any harm.
You're a danger magnet, aren't you?
The conversation is quite stiff and awkward. You say the first thing that comes to mind.
What's with your attitude?
What a way to talk to the Mythic who just saved your skin.
What a way to talk to me. You're kind of rude.
Bloody hell. It's obvious you've spent time with John Faust.
Yeah,
You've got that same charming demeanor.
thank you.
If I wasn't his familiar, I'd have done the world a favor and gutted him by now.
You've riled him, that's for sure.
Excellent.
We don't have time for that right now. You're rotting on your feet. What are you doing in Japan, anyway?
You explain that you're visiting the Bamboo Witch. He narrows his eyes and he shrugs. Even the silent pause has an air of disdain about it.
Whatever, I'll let John know. It'll probably put him at ease, knowing you're with a qualified witch. Weird logic if you ask me. Witches and wizards are the worst scrubs of all.
Well, let me go back and get the other choices. You look a bit like Peter Smith.
He scowls at the comparison.
Not enough that anyone treats me with any respect, but just enough that people judge me for it. Ugh. We're not twins, we're cousins. Kind of. It's complicated.
So he's a dragon?
He moves away from the topic quickly, and you feel it'd be unwise to labor the point.
We don't have time for that right now. You're rotting on your feet.
Alright, thank you for helping me.
He frowns and shrugs.
No, thank Crooked, not me.
You ask him to extend your gratitude to your old mentor, and he appears surprised.
You're too nice. I don't know how to handle people like you, but it's a good job Crooked sent you packing. You'd be eaten alive in his social circles.
You know what? Fair. He has a bad attitude too, but I love him, so...
You notice a small smile on his face. Seems he has taken a liking to you, even if he doesn't admit it.
Oh, cute. I'll be friends with this guy.
We don't have time for that right now. You're rotting on your feet. What are you doing in Japan, anyway?
You explain that you're visiting the Bamboo Witch. He narrows his eyes and he shrugs. Even the silent pause has an air of disdain about it.
Whatever, I'll let John know. It'll probably put him at ease, knowing you're with a qualified witch. Weird logic if you ask me. Witches and wizards are the worst scrubs of all.
He throws you a small white cardboard box.
It's Crooked's wagashi. That's a Japanese sweet. Give it to the witch if you end up in hot water.
You have acquired Crooked Wagashi. Proceed.
Stay out of trouble. Got it? Don't tell anyone I was here. Not the bamboo bitch, and especially not that stuck-up virtue-signaling dragon, Peter.
I like this guy. He's funny.
He unceremoniously disappears, without so much as a goodbye. Well, that was certainly an experience. You wonder if you'll ever meet Jonathan Lane again.
Probably.
You wake up near the waterfall, and Megumi looms over you, ominously.
I did not find anyone here who shouldn't be. Aside from you.
She is smiling, but you're convinced Peter will not be happy if he finds out this happened. You stand up and feel your pocket. The wagashi from your dream has somehow manifested in reality. So you really did meet Ray. And Jonathan Lane. You keep this information to yourself, for now. The wagashi may possibly come in handy later.
For the sake of a peaceful meeting, let's not disclose this detour. Are we in agreement that you do not run off on your own again?
You nod with a muted sense of relief.
It will be our little secret. It's a promise. So, let us press on.
After a few uneventful minutes, Megumi is alerted to her phone vibrating in her kimono sleeve.
Oh. Hey. Regular technology.
Excuse me a moment.
She checks her phone and examines what you assume is a message for a few moments. The silence makes you feel anxious as she scrutinizes the screen, but her demeanor changes as she nods with approval.
Chisato-sama has informed me that she is ready for you. Let us proceed. Let me be the first to say, congratulations. You have completed the trial of the bamboo path.
That's strange. You expected the magical path through the tea house to be longer, given Peter's level of concern. You're unsure if you should be grateful or worried about this. You see a tea house in the middle of a bridgeless pond. Megumi walks on the water with ease and beckons you. It is amazing that you're able to do the same. You've never been able to walk on water before now. You approach the entrance of the tea house. A stern-looking woman wearing a red kimono is glaring at you. There is no doubt that she is the witch you've been looking for. Peter kneels to the side of her and smiles, clearly relieved.
Oh, I am glad you made it here safely. A little sooner than I thought.
For me, it's been a little while. A hot minute, if you will.
Peter looks at the witch, but she says nothing. He closes his eyes for a moment and attempts to contain his frustration. It appears he doesn't care for her behavior.
It's kind of funny.
Still, he offers you a cushion beside him and tries to ease the atmosphere.
Chisato-sama, this is Faust-san's apprentice.
Chisato-sama, or the Bamboo Witch, makes no attempt to be friendly. You wonder if you've done something to offend her. She skips the pleasantries and cuts straight to the chase.
How was it that you heard of my ability to purify my customers' bodies and souls of dark forces?
Well, you see.
Suraj Lakshmi King told the apprentice before he... was lost to the Never Place.
Lexmi King? The son of Lorna King? Ah, yes, I am aware of her. She is rather well known for her rebellious attitude. She is a woman best admired from a distance, an epicenter of free-spiritedness in Europe's witching circle. The tea leaves suggest that fortune has not been kind to Suraj Lexmi King, due to the apprentice's appearance in his personal affairs. Rather than being accountable for this, John Faust has become discreet, and I cannot contact him. He has a tendency to do this when things do not go according to his very questionable plans.
Peter frowns, but says nothing. You'd expect Megumi to feel awkward about the fact that her witch and her man don't like each other. But she is as unruffled as always.
I love it.
Please tell Chisato-sama why you are here.
Can I be your apprentice?
Peter cringes and utters under his breath.
Shameless.
Apprentice? Chisato-sama does not offer tutelage. However, she is always willing to accept intriguing familiars. To hear you speak of exchanging your mentor like an ill-fitting garment does not present you in the most favorable light.
I know, it was just funny.
I would suggest you examine the etiquette of meeting witches and wizards in this part of the world for the first time if you anticipate future meetings. That is to say, this did not go well.
Chisato's tone is so cold that you're almost certain that she dislikes you.
Are they here?
Suddenly, you hear a muffled voice through a side door. Megumi is noticeably concerned as her head whips to look at the door. She then quickly looks at the floor, suggesting that Chisato is the one who will have to deal with the situation. The witch closes her eyes and says nothing. Megumi is caught off guard and she continues to wait a little longer.
You're here. You made it. I'm so glad.
Akimitsu-san, are you sure you should be awake? You have been in a deep sleep until now.
I'm worried about him.
Peter is about to stand to open the door, but Megumi puts a hand on his knee, urging him to stay put.
Uh-oh.
He is not in the state he would want to be seen in. The pandemonic symptoms are very strong at this moment.
The bamboo witch is visibly unhappy with Akimitsu's situation, but does not want to cause a scene by speaking. You are all caught out by an unexpected creak in the sliding door. You catch a glimpse of the man in the room. His eye is glowing, and he looks incredibly haggard.
Akimitsu, you are still recovering from your incident. Please sleep.
Alright, give me a minute. Tell me more about the Never Place.
Such knowledge rots the soul, as you already know. I am surprised that you assume we have a vast amount of knowledge relating to such an unfavorable place.
Peter shakes his head. You assume you've made another social blunder. He adds dryly,
Maybe not the best thing to discuss in polite company.
I see.
I would suggest you examine the etiquette of meeting witches and wizards in this part of the world for the first time if you anticipate future meetings. That is to say, this did not go well.
Chisato's tone is so cold that you're almost certain that she dislikes you.
Are they here?
So what are we gonna do with the items? I want to know more about the crooked man.
And you think I am willing to share that knowledge freely? Curious. What Chisato-sama knows of him may not be so flattering to his apprentice. That is not to say that he isn't a talent. Of that, there is no doubt. But the way he conducts himself is atypical.
You are all caught out by an unexpected creak in the sliding door. You catch a glimpse of the man in the room. His eye is glowing, and he looks incredibly haggard.
Akimitsu, you are still recovering from your incident. Please sleep.
The Sovereign won't leave me until I speak their truth. Pandemonium's agents are pursuing you, and the nobility are close behind.
Nobility? What does he mean by that? The mythic continues, despite being on the brink of collapse.
What does he mean by that?
Please, stop running away. Give them what they want. Submit and let us live in peace.
Quite a thing to ask.
The eyes are on you. I tried to stop the darkness from corrupting me, but I was too weak. The Duke suffers because of it.
Rest, Akimitsu. Please do not cause me to repeat myself.
Peter has been quite restrained, but Chisato's behavior has sent him over the edge. He snarls, shakes his head, and intervenes by walking into Akimitsu's room.
Whoa, Peter, I'm proud of you?
Don't just bark at him like a dog. Do something about it.
He is my familiar. I can exercise my rights to help him rest by giving him instructions.
I see.
Have some compassion and give the man some support.
I agree.
I'm sorry, but I will have to go and soothe him. Akimitsu is a good friend to Megumi. It troubles me to hear him so distressed.
Peter looks rattled as he enters the side room quietly, but he closes his eyes, takes a deep breath, and forces himself to smile. Despite the solemn look on his face moments before, you can tell he is determined to serve the mythics around him, regardless of his personal troubles and pains. The glimpse of Akimitsu that you saw was chilling. You feel a swell of pity for the poor creature, yet the bamboo witch adds coldly.
He is still recovering from becoming Pandemonium's dream stalker.
She implies that you were responsible for that, despite not saying as much.
I mean, I didn't mean to.
Akimitsu is renowned for his calm and composed demeanor. Seeing him in a frenzy will have undoubtedly unnerved the draconic Silver Prince. But if anyone is equipped to deal with Akimitsu right now, it is Peter. He is protected from pandemonic rotting, you see?
You sense Megumi has thrown you the proverbial bone by disclosing this information. So, Peter is immune to pandemonic influence. It's no wonder he's gotten involved with you specifically.
I think Akimitsu will require a lot of rehabilitation to return to his original state. You are most fortunate in that you have favorable connections. If it were not for the Silver Prince, I would not have been able to entertain you in this fashion.
So what would you have done to me?
In an attempt to reposition Chisato's harsh words, Megumi adds,
Chisato's teas are incredibly valuable and costly. Let's press on and see what the leaves have in store.
Teas. You're actually here to drink tea.
Sounds like a good experience compared to everything else.
You are here to see the past, present, and future using tea. It is recommended you purify your mouth before you begin.
Megumi provides a small cup of water, which you sip at anxiously. The lighting in the room fades as you do so.
In your confusion, you ask, what's going on?
Oh, we are attempting a little purification of the body and some clarification of the mind. Your distress and questions are causing your magical presence to attract dark influences. If we calm your mind and dampen your presence a little, then things will settle in the short term. Please, do not interrupt again.
Megumi is taken back by the bamboo witch's curtness and attempts to ease the atmosphere.
The 4 rules of tea that we observe whilst drinking are harmony, respect, purity, and tranquility. Deviations from the rules will not be tolerated. The intention is that personal insight will guide you through this experience, ideally by attaining a Zen state.
In a surprisingly profound statement, Megumi adds,
We all know what Zen is meant to be. It's finding it that's the challenge. You will be provided with a choice of teas per sitting. You will have a total of 3 sittings, making 6 cups of potential tea to drink. It is recommended to drink 1 tea per sitting. Peter's budget will only stretch so far.
So we're doing this on his dime.
However, if you are interested in making additional payments yourself, you can sample more teas.
Oh, so...
Consider what you have to exchange before making these choices.
So this is where the items come in. First and foremost, I want to see what the other choices say. Will Peter come back?
No, he will have to wait until the ceremony is finished.
This isn't like the time with Suraj when he used his magic. This feels unsettling.
Please, do not interrupt again.
Megumi is taken back by the bamboo witch's curtness and attempts to ease the atmosphere.
Who was that man in the side room?
My familiar. I sent him to monitor your dreams.
Now she says that, her words resonate with you. Akimitsu, a dream eater. You have met him before, but he was fine when you left him. Wasn't he?
Nope.
Upon return, he was infected with pandemonic rot. If I had not intervened so quickly, he would have become doomed.
You feel incredibly guilty as the words settle on your soul.
Please, do not interrupt again.
Alright. Alright, yep. I have the Cursed Mask and Crooked's Wagashi.
These teas will stir magic within you. If they work as intended, your burning questions will be answered and your presence will be calmed. I suspect your mentor will be a key focus of your thoughts, but I will not know what you see. Neither should you tell me. We all have our secrets, do we not?
Mm-hmm.
The teas are able to purify you incrementally. But as you have seen with Akimitsu, healing takes time. Peter has negotiated an ongoing package that I will send regularly once you leave this meeting.
Oh, how cool.
You recall the words of Jack and Jill's letters from several weeks ago.
Don't forget now, have a sweet day to keep pandemonium away.
You didn't take the words seriously and ate most of the sweets in one go. Not your best idea.
Now then, select your first tea.
Ooh, Genmaicha is my favorite, so that's what I'm gonna choose. Memories of a lonely boy.
What will it be like in the Never place?
We don't know. But I do know we'll have lots of time to play with you, John. You'd like that, wouldn't you?
Sorry, I accidentally touched my keyboard. It might have made a sound.
I'd love that, Mama!
Oh, poor baby John.
We've put family blood on the line for this. We won't have time for games.
At least pretend to be friendly.
Jeez.
I hope they don't shout at each other as much in this Never place. I hope I'll find friends there that I can play with. And maybe I can have lots of sweeties. I've always wanted to try those.
Poor baby. Memories end.
Did you see or hear anything of interest?
I didn't really get what was going on.
That is what I expected.
Despite her indifferent tone, you detect a small sliver of arrogance.
You are not truly of witch blood. I do not mean it in an offensive way.
The fact she's made the qualifying statement offends you.
The taste of tea is fleeting. We savor the moment and ponder the impact once it is already gone. These abstractions of time and space work in a similar way. Are you interested in partaking in any more tea?
Let me go back. It was abstract, but I think I got the gist.
Yes. It is good you recognize there is a lot to learn about this art form. Are you interested in partaking in any more tea?
I did. I understand it perfectly. Yeah, I kind of did. I mean, I understood it was one of John's memories.
Did you? How remarkable. Wonders never cease. It is incredibly rare for someone to understand something like that. What a magnificent talent.
Thank you, thank you.
Well then, I needn't provide any guidance, and they can complete the exercise in silence.
The words suggest she's very impressed, but the tone suggests she's very annoyed. Megumi smiles blandly.
Oh my! This is unprecedented. Chisato-sama must have unwavering faith in you. Are you interested in partaking in any more tea?
Ooh. So we can have up to 6, and I only have enough. Let's say yes. The boy who was lost.
Where's my Papa and Mama? Where did they go?
Those creatures have become one with the Neverplace.
Oh hey, it's before Pandemonium had a form.
What's that mean?
The creatures have become one with this place.
But why am I here? On my own?
The prince must be of flesh. The blood of Faust was offered and accepted.
Have they run away?
The draconic mage will supply the knowledge required for the nobility to thrive.
I don't like it here. I want to go home.
No wonder he tried to get away. Poor guy.
This is home now.
That's so painful. Poor John.
There's no doubt now. The Crooked Man's reluctance to deal with the Neverplace stems from his childhood. There wasn't a lot of detail, but at least you can accept that he isn't just being awkward when he avoids speaking about it. Perhaps his childhood was so horrific that he doesn't want to acknowledge it ever happened. It isn't long until Chisato notes your pensive expression and demands your attention.
Yes.
You can reflect on what you saw later. Let us move to the next course.
Megumi is a little surprised and straightens her hair back. You're similarly confused. Chisato's version of a tea ceremony is certainly rushed. Even if she doesn't like you, this seems suspicious.
Yeah. Let's try matcha. Memories of a frustrated dragon.
Another pointless detour. I've got better things to do than traipse around Edinburgh. The apprentice was here about 3 weeks ago. The Raven, Hacken Folk, stayed here. I'll need a little chat with him. I'm getting bloody tired of this wild goose chase.
Would you like another sample from this course? Or would you like to proceed to the next?
I feel like that didn't tell me much. Should I be bad and reload? Give me a minute. Sencha. Memories of a worried wizard.
What's with that face? You look like you swallowed a mouthful of bees.
He did.
Boss, you don't seem right. What's up?
Must be those bees I swallowed earlier.
You try and show some concern for a man, and this is the thanks you get. Pfft.
Your apprentice will be alright, boss. But you could send Jonathan to help if things get really sticky.
That useless lump! He's the most disobedient mythic I've ever known. He won't even be in the same room as the boss.
Jonathan doesn't like the idea of following the apprentice around.
Tell him to stop whining and do what he's told. Come on, Jack. Let's go and do some of that market research stuff where we just sit and eat dessert all day.
You're not meant to say that bit near the boss. But see you later, boss. Hope you work things out.
Jonathan Lane. This is all getting out of hand.
So we see how each of them dealt with it.
Would you
That's
like
cool.
another sample from this course? Or would you like to proceed to the next?
Let's move on.
I hope you have found at least some of what you are looking for.
Tsar was so bad, and reloaded instead.
You don't really know what you're looking for. All you've discovered is that the mysterious Jonathan Lane was meant to find you. He certainly looks like a dragon mythic, and his resemblance to Peter Smith is undeniable. But if Peter is the Silver Prince, then who, or what, is Jonathan Lane? Why has the Crooked Man never mentioned him to you?
He doesn't mention a lot of things to us. Kukicha. The future of the Crooked Man.
I knew you could do it. I'm glad you opened that box. It makes things much easier if my circumstances are exposed later down the line. They can't blame me if I didn't instigate these events.
Well, this makes me feel a bit sour.
But as the Chaos Prince of the Neverplace, it's only right I give you a token of my gratitude. Your support to the Sovereign has been invaluable.
I hope we can stop this.
Ponder on that thought. But for now, we need to craft more boxes and keys. The gates are too well guarded. Let's make the Neverplace accessible to the downtrodden creatures of the mundane realm. Don't feel so guilty. We're helping them, you know?
How does this come to pass?
I know Danya Siraj and Hakon Folk are desperate to travel between realms. If we do this, we can grant their wish. We can't let them down, can we? Let our new apprenticeship begin.
Let's try the other vision. The future of the Crooked Man.
Well, that's the end of all of that. Although I have regrets. Too many got left behind. Again. Good news for you, of course. That place will never bother you again. You're pure and free.
I see, so these are the two different futures.
What are you so upset about? Huh? Leaving me? Oh, don't worry. We'll still write to each other. I'm easily summonable for you, and you alone.
How kind.
Look after yourself, properly, this time. Jack and Jill may go on strike if you keep asking them to follow you around Britain. Give Jonathan a break too, won't you?
Sounds like he's gone into retirement in this memory. Well, not memory, but in this vision. Henry's End.
The last tea affected you more than expected. Your breath shudders with shock. So this is all going to come to an end? You wonder how that's even possible. Though, your hands seem a little less corrupted with rot. Chisato does not even flinch. She is in no way surprised by your shock after your final course.
I hope you enjoyed your experience today.
A little.
Quite a tactless thing to say as you struggle to breathe. But she smiles ever so slightly.
5 cups.
Thank you for your patronage today. I believe Peter only covered the cost of 3. So, do you have a means to pay for the rest?
Pay? You have no money at all. How can you pay? Wait, maybe you can cover the cost in a different way.
You give the witch the cursed mask. Proceed.
You managed to calm the mask spirit? That is impressive.
Megumi says nothing, but she smiles knowingly.
And we give the witch Crooked's wagashi.
Megumi is surprised, but pleasantly satisfied and smiles. The bamboo witch, on the other hand, is quite irritated that you had a trick up your sleeve.
Well, what did you expect? I am the crooked man's apprentice.
This is John Faust's wagashi, is it not? How did you acquire it?
You do not elaborate, and the bamboo witch begrudgingly admits.
Please send my regards to John when you meet him, won't you?
Yes, ma'am.
Peter-san, we have finished. You can re-enter now.
Peter re-enters the room. His expression is solemn.
Such a shame Akimitsu is in a bad way. I hope I have helped a little. He is finally asleep. I didn't realize how severe the rot had become. The poor man.
It is intolerable.
Chisato is barely pretending to be polite now. That makes you worry. If her mask is slipping, is that because she thinks you won't be able to speak ill of her? Is she planning something? You break the short-lived silence.
You then say, "Have you got a problem with me?"
Peter rolls his eyes at your harsh attitude once again.
Given Akimitsu's state, it is not unreasonable for Chisato-sama to be displeased with Peter-san's request to help you.
But we are paying customers, so feelings shouldn't alter our experience.
Regardless of your poor manners, Peter seems to want value for money, which is almost commendable in this tense atmosphere.
I have not done anything different than I would do with any other customer.
So is she just horrible to everyone? She glibly adds,
I would hope my perception of you does not alter your perception of yourself.
Ha 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 ha.
Somehow she seems to know what you were thinking. Suddenly, there is a knock on the wooden frame outside the door. But how is that possible? Megumi is taken by surprise. Peter's frown deepens and he stands in front of you protectively. They both assume trouble is outside.
Alright, let me get the other choices. Are we leaving now, Peter?
I suspected the bamboo witch might have some advice and wisdom to share with us on John's whereabouts.
I do not. Else I would have done so already. If his apprentice isn't able to track him, I suspect he doesn't want to be found.
It is quite obvious that Peter finds Chisato tiring. You suspect that if Megumi weren't here, he might be far less courteous.
Yeah.
Suddenly, there is a
Okay.
knock on the wooden frame outside the door.
I think we have a wagashi sweet to finish things. Don't we?
I have prepared some. We will not require it today.
Oh.
This must be quite the change in the usual procedure, as Megumi is visibly shocked and displeased.
Oh? I see.
As a form of silent protest, Megumi abruptly stops and says nothing. This misstep has made Megumi look imperfect, and she does not like that at all. Chisato is surprisingly concerned by this. She doesn't like you, but it is apparent that she does care about Megumi to a degree. Suddenly, there is a knock on the wooden frame outside the door. But how is that possible? Megumi is taken by surprise. Peter's frown deepens and he stands in front of you protectively. They both assume trouble is outside.
It is strange to have unexpected visitors at an enchanted tea house.
Megumi's eyes widen. She seems very suspicious of her very own Lady Chisato, who has said nothing at all and remains as still as a statue.
Chisato-sama, are you expecting guests? Megumi, open the door, please.
Megumi is unsure of what to expect as she opens the door slowly.
Oh, good evening, Mother Spider.
Zen-san.
Hey ho, Peter. How's tricks? Can't you hurry up and kill Tyr already? Seeing him gives me second-hand embarrassment. He's making mythics look bad.
Who is this guy?
The chirpy man at the door qualifies his strange name for Megumi to you, but not in a way that's helpful.
She's not my mother, by the way. Just showing respect. If she was mother, it'd be a problem. Oh, she's far too attractive.
You are more intrigued by the spider part. This individual has a strange presence. He's surprisingly vulgar. You've not met a mythic, wizard, whatever he is, like him before.
Like his tattoos.
Megumi is as surprised as you are, no matter how well she tries to hide it. Peter is furious. His head turns to Chisato as he snarls.
Blood, bone, and ash! Why are they here?
They are here because I requested their presence.
Oh.
You did what?
Oh, wow, look at this interesting specimen. Name, species, pronouns, and an indication of how much you like flirting would be appreciated.
I love flirting.
You're not sure if you like this man, but his attitude is pushing Peter's buttons. He moves Jen out of the way.
Do you have no manners? You cannot barge in here and talk to someone like that. I don't care who you work for. Don't worry, you don't need to pay attention to him.
Oh, no, I will.
Peter then scowls at Chisato.
I was taking care of this witch.
You've seen Akimitsu's condition. This individual is a menace. They have caused damage that will take months, if not years, for Akimitsu to recover from. It is in the interest of the general public that this is brought to heel. The Silver Dragon Company has taken too long to resolve this. I have paid the price.
Akimitsu paid the price, not you. This is nonsense. I won't stand here and...
You will stand there, Mr. Smith.
This one's also cute.
The next man who enters the room could not be more different than the first. He is a tall and gaunt man, almost entirely devoid from color, but his eyes focused, and his gaze is intensely powerful.
The Silver Dragon Company is handling this matter. We don't require any assistance.
Peter looks to one side and grits his teeth, as if he knows the protest is useless. It is not a magical power that's forced his change in behavior. So, what is it?
This situation has been escalated, and a multi-agency approach has been recommended by Madame Blanc.
Peter lets out a heavy breath.
Estelle is involved then?
Yes, we shall support the Silver Dragon Company in this matter. Sizway is managing a pandemonic gate incident in Egypt. Else he would have been here in Zen's place. I extend apologies on his behalf.
The Egyptian gate?
There has not been activity in that location since...
Megumi and Peter share a look of concern which makes you feel extremely unwell. If they are worried, how are you meant to feel?
Zen, obtain whatever information you can, then return to the office. Without detours.
Sure thing, boss. And see ya in a bit, sexy dangerous.
I like him.
Sexy Dangerous. Not the nickname you were expecting. The gaunt man approaches you and presents an ID.
My name is Emiliano DiLippo. I am the head of intelligence services at the Supernatural Investigation Bureau, Blood, Bone, and Ash.
That's not what the ID says at all. And the man on the picture is the man stood in front of you, but he looks entirely different. Adam Blackwood. Medium and seer of blood, bone, and ash. The man then realizes the error and adds,
No, sorry, force of habit. My body isn't with you right now. I'm borrowing Adam's. We'll meet in person soon enough. I will be escorting you to New York, where you and your mentor will be questioned and next steps will be decided. Attendance is mandatory.
The world of magic has suddenly become very corporate. You've never met anyone like this man before.
You try and summon words. My mentor, is he alright?
We have not been given evidence to suggest the contrary. Once he is at our headquarters, nothing will be able to get his hands on him. I assure you our security is as good as it gets.
Emiliano shows you to the door. Peter lets out a desperate sigh of frustration. He scowls at the floor and looks dejected.
Oh, poor Peter.
Now, it's time to make a move. Thank you for bringing this to our attention, Fujimori-san. And sorry to use your ceremony as a decoy. I mean no disrespect to the way you do things here. But it was an opportunity we couldn't miss.
I must apologize, but my company is a subsidiary of Blood, Bone, and Ash. My hands are tied.
It's okay, Peter. I could never stay mad at you.
Do not expect courtesy from me in the future, witch.
Speak with a little more respect, Mr. Smith. Fujimori-san has taken a sensible course of action.
Alright, let me go back and get the other choices. You don't have the right.
I do, actually. But I would prefer not to flex it and have you come amicably. We will try and resolve matters as quickly as possible and reunite you with your mentor. But as previously stated, this is not a request.
Fine.
Emiliano shows you to the door. Peter lets out a desperate sigh of frustration. He scowls at the floor and looks dejected.
Alright, and I assume this is just gonna go straight to Peter being dejected, but I'll come with you.
Your cooperation is appreciated. I remember people who make things easy. I think quite highly of that conduct, so you've just done yourself quite the favor.
Oh goody.
Emiliano shows you to the door.
This is ridiculous.
Sizway will require assistance in Africa. It might be prudent to go and help him, Mr. Smith.
Oh? Is that an order?
A recommendation. Be mindful who funds your endeavors.
Yikes.
You may be the prince, but you are not the only one with a rank from the old days. You must now fit the corporate picture.
Emiliano is kinda brutal.
Peter scowls at Emiliano and bows his head to you as an apology. The air in the tea house is becoming extremely chilly as he prepares himself to leave.
You must be frustrated at being passed from one person to the next. I have no power over this decision. He outranks me in this matter.
Outranks a mythic prince? Then who or what is Emiliano?
Good question.
I will try and meet you as soon as I can.
With very little fanfare, Peter does the thing he protested about earlier and disappears out of the room in an instant. The chill leaves the room with him.
We're going. Zen will join us once he's done a full report on Akimitsu-san. Fujimori-san, Megumi-san, Thank you for bringing this to our attention. You will have a lead reference number allocated upon the completion of paperwork. I appreciate your cooperation in this matter.
You and the Bamboo Witch share a wordless, bitter exchange. You hope you never meet her again, and the feeling is mutual. Megumi nods politely at you. She cannot hide that she is perturbed by current events.
It will be fine, Megumi-san, I promise.
Prepare yourself for the beginning of the end.
Ominous. True end. Blood, bone, and ash. Ooh, to be continued in the beginning of the end. Well, as you all should know by now, I am very much looking forward to the next one in this series. I am a little nervous about how it's gonna go, but hopefully it has a relatively happy ending. I don't know if it's going to be the final one, but definitely close to it. Anyhow, before I end this video, let me thank my channel members real quick. Thank you so much to my channel members for your support. Not only does it help me, it helps the channel grow and the videos keep coming. I truly appreciate it. I kinda said my piece, but this is exciting and I'm really liking all the new characters that we are being introduced to. As far as the overarching story goes, I do hope there's a way to get some of the characters out of the Never Place. I'm scared for Siraj, and I want him and Hakon to be reunited, but we'll see what happens. I'm also scared for our mentor, the Crooked Man, John. I don't know how well things are gonna go there, but it's clear that we might have a decent ending with him. So I guess we'll see what happens. But as always, this was a beautiful installment of the Folklore series. Before I ramble on too much, if you made it this far, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that you don't mind that most of what I said was more along the lines of commentary and no narration or my silly version of voice acting. Which I don't mind. Obviously, I suffer from allergies, so some days talking is really hard, and it's nice to kind of sit back and enjoy listening to other people do the voices. But anyway, if you want to see more of me, please subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope to see you all next time. Bye.